Ooh.
Hey, it's a beautiful day in Casinomeister land, and man, do we have a bitchin' show for you today. Yes, sirree, Bob. So, what's new at Casinomeister? Well, today on our show, I'll be talking a little bit about the London conference I was caught up in a couple weeks ago, which included, of course, our Meister meeting. And then a word of caution for players of online casinos. But first, I want to talk a little bit about some stuff going on in the forum at Casinomeister. Casinomeister is one of the largest gaming communities online, and we're striving to get even better. One thing we're doing is implementing Twitter into the site. Right now, and from here on out, members will be able to tweet any post that is in the public domain. You may find something interesting, a bonus tip, or a new game you like, or something scandalous. You can now tweet those posts to all your Twitter friends. Groovy. Yeah, to all those twits. Yeah, it's pretty cool, really. If you are not a Twitter user, you should consider becoming one. I use Twitter a lot to announce new additions to the site, roguings, new casinos, or anything newsworthy. So if you follow Casinomeister at Twitter, you'll be up to snuff on what's going on. Also, did you know you can start your own blog at Casinomeister? This is for our fully registered members and above. Fully registered members have to have at least 50 reputation points or 100 posts and have been registered for at least 30 days. Topics are open, strictly up to you. You can talk about gambling, you can talk about cooking, you can talk about UFOs, whatever you want. This is your blog, all right? So, take advantage of this stuff. Check it out, blogs at Casinomeister.
This is crack. And this is what you smoke it in.
It's very comical. It's very funny.
A couple of weeks ago, I was in London attending the ICE, or International Casino Exhibition. This was my 10th year there, and like always, I meet a number of industry executives. They pick my head for ideas on how to serve the industry better. That's you, the player. And I give them ideas or suggestions on how to deal with player and affiliate side effects. I met with the representatives of Kanawaki for about an hour, and I'll have to tell you, Kanawaki has made leaps and bounds over the past year in their service to the player. This past year we had about 276 PABs submitted at Casinomeister. PAB is pitch a bitch. These are actual complaints submitted through us. These formal complaints are from players that concern mostly online casinos. Out of all these complaints, I think we only had one escalated to the licensing jurisdiction of Kanawaki. This is truly unprecedented. A few years ago, Kanawaki was the red-headed stepchild of licensing jurisdictions. Now, well, they've got it right. If only Malta would take a look at what the Kanawakis are doing, they would hopefully wake up and realize that it is possible to salvage their reputation, which is now pretty much worthless. Okay? At the moment, Malta is nothing but a flaccid licensing agency that more or less allows their clients to do as they please when it comes to dealing with player issues. I really hope that Malta will turn things around this next year. I met with the CEO of Microgaming, and it was a good discussion. I had a few questions, some of which were posed by some of the members in the forum, some concerning the size of downloads, but most of them from US players wondering when they will be able to play at a Microgaming powered casino. Well, that's an easy answer, right? Move to a progressive and freer country, or more progressive and freer country than the US. Move to Canada, maybe Europe or someplace, but as a US player, you're not going to be playing at any microgaming powered casino for quite a while. as long as the U.S. government dawdles on licensing online casinos, it won't be happening there soon. Last but not least, the Meister meeting was fantastic, really. We do this every year, meet in a cool pub, hang out with cool people being members of our forum and a few select guests. If you are in London next January 24th, mark that date. Yeah, you've got to make it. You can meet some really wonderful people and put some names to faces. I hope to see you there. Which brings me to the next topic. How safe is it to play online? Well, first I should define safe, right? Safe that your personal information is kept safeguarded, safe if you happen to win real money, you'll get paid, and safe that the company you are dealing with will be around tomorrow to honor their debts. If you reside in Europe, and especially the UK, you're pretty much safe since you have the top pickings of online casinos. But even so, right, you got instances of, like, say, for instance, Betfair, one of the biggest sports books out there. They ended up in the rogue section, right? Why? Failure to treat their players fairly, right? If you play bonuses, do not play at Betfair. They have enacted a spirit of the bonus clause, right? Which is, if you win too much with the bonus, that's not playing within the spirit. Yeah, so anyway. U.S. players, are you safe? Well, I would say no. U.S. players need to be extremely cautious if they choose to play online for real money. U.S. players must use their due diligence and know how to spot the rogue. There are many dodgy casinos out there ready to screw with you if you win too much. So let's cover some basics on how to cover your ass. Non-U.S. players, hey, this applies to you as well. Number one, right? Google the casino name with the term problems or complaints. See what comes up. If you simply Google the casino name, well, you'll probably end up with a whole bunch of banner farms from affiliates and whatnot. Okay? Knowledge is power. Check out their website and get a feel for it. You know, what do you think? Does it look cheesy or just plain effed up? Their website should be able to answer the following questions. Who is their software provider? Where are they licensed? What company is behind this operation? Many casinos are proud of their software since there are some very good providers. Microgaming, Cryptologic, Playtech, Boss Media, Real-Time Gaming, WagerWorks, etc. If a casino is not divulging who their software provider is, it's a red flag, right? Perhaps they're hiding something. U.S. players will probably have a choice of RTG, Vegas Technologies, Top Game, or Rival. If it's a Rival or a Top Game white label, move on to the next casino group. If you want to know how to spot a Top Game or Rival white label, just Google Rival white labels or check out our Rogue section for Rival and Top Game. Where are they licensed? Well, many of the U.S. facing casinos operate in jurisdictions that have no online gaming licensing. So, this affects U.S. players. You can thank Uncle Sam for that one. U.S. players proceed with caution. What company is behind the operation? For non-U.S. players, you'll be dealing with a number of publicly traded companies that have strict policies on what is done with your personal information. U.S. players, proceed with caution. There are a few other areas that you need to look into when choosing an online casino. You can find this at Casinomeister under Spot the Rogue here. The bottom line is, Google is your friend, and a fool and his money are soon parted. So, do your research and cover your ass. So until next time, adios and be cool.